welcome to What Did I Just Watch? What did I just watch? Well, I feel like so far the title of the show has never been so apt as it is tonight. What did I just watch? I just watched Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Yes, you know the movie, you've heard of it. It's like the biggest movie right now. What did I just watch? What did I think? Well, I gotta say, it was fascinating. I'm going to be completely honest here. I did not expect to like this movie. I came into it really thinking I wasn't going to like it. I wasn't going to dig it. I didn't like the idea of it because I was kind of coming in under the mindset of, you know what? I think we've done the Batman thing to death. Batman and all the related characters, I think that we've kind of done them to death in movies and TV shows and more movies and more TV shows. Batman, the Tim Burton Batmans, the Christopher Nolan Batmans, Gotham, Suicide Squad, like we've kind of done it to death, like enough already. In fact, even going in, the last preview before the movie started was for apparently the Harley Quinn movie that's going to be coming out as a sequel to Suicide Squad that's going to focus on Harley Quinn. And I'm like, Jesus, 10 years from now, every single movie that's going to be released is going to be, related to the Batman canon in some way, I suppose. On top of that, I've really always been annoyed by how every iteration of Batman, except for the original 1967 TV series with Adam West, always was striving to be gritty and dark and violent and ugly and unpleasant. And, when we got to those Christopher Nolan movies, I gotta admit, I liked the first one. I did not like The Dark Knight. I just thought, it's a fucking Batman movie. Why is this so grim? Why do I feel like I'm watching a cop movie? I don't mind watching a cop movie, but this is based on a comic book. Why is this taking it to, why so serious? Exactly. So I got to be honest. I know. I'm not worshiping at the altar of the great Heath Ledger performance or any of that. But, I just thought it never grabbed me. And I saw, okay, this is going to be more of that. So I was really, I try to watch everything with an open mind, but it wasn't my idea to go. And I just thought, well, everyone's talking about it. So let me see what the hubbub is about. I was thinking, when I hate it, how do I phrase it? Because everybody seemed to really be on board with it, or a lot of people are. But having seen it, it's pretty fucking brilliant. I gotta say, it's some real masterclass filmmaking, in narrative, in tone, in looks. I mean, it's really great. I mean, the portrayal of it. I guess it takes place really in New York of 1981, or Gotham City. But to anybody that's never ever seen Batman, Gotham City is New York City. I mean, it's never been said, but it clearly is. It always looks like New York City. The same things that are going on in New York City always are going on in Gotham. Gotham City is New York City, and it was New York City of 1981. I was trying to place the era through the whole movie until towards the end. They're walking by movie theaters, and I saw which movies were playing, and Wolfen and Blowout and Zorro the Gay Blade. These were all movies of 1981, fairly obscure ones too. So props to that. I got a kick out of that. But yeah, so New York of 1981, which is gritty and sleazy and slimy and hopeless. It's kind of the Charles Bronson Death Wish sort of era. And it's dark, and it's meticulously recreated to look like that era and be like that and be dark and scary and grimy. This movie is filthy. It wallows in filth. The equivalent of which it makes you feel like you stripped naked and rolled all over a New York City subway car and licked the floor while you were doing it. And I say that as a compliment because it works. It just pulls you into this horrible world, this horrible, reality of where the world is going and how so many people are feeling beaten down and disenfranchised. And then rises this anti-hero, maybe, who's disturbed. He's disturbed and he's troubled and he's frightening and he's frightened and all these things. And Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, Jesus, what a performance. I mean, you believe every single second of it. I mean, it's almost over. It's his movie. I mean, when the credits rolled, I remember after his name, I thought, whose name comes second? Because really, was there even a co-star? I mean, there were other people that had little bits, but not very much screen time, and not to do anything of so much power as what he. It's a one-man show, really. It's really just all him, and he's great. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I was blown away by this movie. Did I enjoy it? It's almost weird. You feel like you shouldn't say you enjoyed it per se. I mean, enjoyed it. You enjoyed Mary Poppins. You enjoyed Blazing Saddles. I mean, did you enjoy it? I mean, it's almost like looking at crime scene photos. It's just ugly and disturbing and upsetting and real, and it's so well done, and it just pulls you in. You can't take your eyes off of it. I felt it was just fascinating from start to finish, and it just builds and builds and builds, and the violence is so jarring, and so many of his moments are so awkward and so painful and so just tremendously real, the nature of this show, by the way, if this is the first time you're seeing it, is just kind of a stream of consciousness. Like, in other words, this is not me preparing a review or writing anything or thinking about something for any length of time and, evaluating things. It's just kind of sort of, I just watched something, and now 5 minutes later, I'm going to just go stream of consciousness. These are my thoughts. This is what's coming off the top of my head. So as such, I have to admit, there's probably things in this movie that I haven't even thought of yet, and haven't even gotten to, and haven't really analyzed or made sense of. There's probably things in it that I'll need to see it again to get. It's that kind of movie that there's a lot to think about. And I love that. I love a movie you have to think about. So, if there's probably many things, and please feel free to comment and suggest things to me, or agree or disagree with anything I'm saying. But yeah, it leaves you with so much to think about. It really is a lot of movie. And again, it's the kind of thing that I don't know what I want to run out and watch it again, right away. I can't imagine I wouldn't ever watch it again, but it's a hard movie to watch. Like there's a lot of deep stuff there. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of things that really, it's solid movie making. I gotta say, it's really, really good. And again, it was an uphill battle for this movie, because I really walked in there, expecting the worst. I really walked in thinking, all right, this is going to be a load of crap, probably. And thinking, how was I going to, say in a genteel manner that, yeah, everybody out there that's raving about this movie, yeah, you're all wrong, so, but, which I would if I felt that way. But no, I get what the hype is about, and the hype is real. It is pretty brilliant, and it is dark, and it's dark in a really good way, and it's just there's a real depth to it, and I think I think it is really what people are saying it is. It's certainly not for everyone, and I can certainly respect and understand if people came out of it hating it, or being so agitated by it, or not agreeing with it, because really it sometimes comes down to, what is the message here? Why am I rooting for this guy at times where maybe I shouldn't be? But that's the thing. There's a lot of thought, especially and it's heady stuff for today, when with politics and with the type of things that are going on in the world. You wonder, like, what is this? What is this message? What sort of message are they trying to send here? Do you agree with it? Do you not agree with it? There's a million conversations to be had with this movie. It's really good stuff. It's really good filmmaking. I really recommend you go out and see it. You may not love it. You may not even like it, or, maybe you will. But I think it's definitely a movie worth seeing and forming your own opinion of, because it's a movie you'll think about for a while. So that's my thoughts. That's what I just watched. I'm Jim Haggerty. Good night.